Hey guys, Cal here, bringing you another video. Today is going to be um a learning day. I've made videos on how to learn before, but I've also talked about how to learn a lot before. And I haven't made a video on it recently, but this is how you get good, essentially. Here we have the number one top uh Electro Dragon attacker. I'm just having his video play in the background. But what happens, right, is you want to watch someone better than you, and preferably someone that speaks. Usually, you want someone that talks and explains things. But if you have something like this, where all they have is music, you want to look at what they're doing and you want to kind of pause the video, like I did here, before they do their attack, and just kind of guess what they're going to be doing, right? I know that based on of past uh videos of his, they go for the town hall. I mean, the eagle and the town hall are the two big points of, you want to take out one of those with two electro dragons. And because of that, I predict that there's going to be an entrance somewhere around here with a rage and two electro dragons to take out this section. And because the town hall is close to the edge, I don't think we're going to be using a blimp. I think that we're going to be using a a flame flinger, which I assume will be somewhere along here. So let's just see how it is. I will say I only watched half of this video, but this is kind of an example. I already know what this person is going to do. And if we skip a bit forward, like here, we can see that the Electro Dragons are dropped right here. And they're going to be taking out. Beautiful rage placement. The Electro Dragons are fully in the rage. Take note of all the small things that are happening here, why the things are going so good. If those Electro Dragons were not in the rage there, probably you would have gotten a lot less value. Having the Flame Flinger over there is great, and now they're having the heroes, but mostly just the queen, form a funnel. We have Electro Dragons coming in from the side, and now that we're here, we want to kind of go along with it. So right now, I would drop a rage, but our player here is not waiting a very long time, rage and freeze, and then warden ability. So right now we're looking at holding on to your warden ability is very important. It looks like having these rages for the core is very important. We're not using both of them at the beginning. We're doing rage, waiting, and then raging later on in this raid. King was dropped over here to form a funnel. And here, I'll do a little bit of drawing. King was a funnel here. We had our Electro Dragons come in like this. And now that we're in the base here, we have two freezes left. Our Flame Flinger over here is doing plenty of work. And because our opponent here, or the person we're watching, enjoys swagging, they aren't going to be dropping the Royal Champion. But if you had a Royal Champion here, it's very obvious you would drop it. Probably around here, make it work over here, and use the freezes to protect. But it looks like we're having a lot of swag, and that's going to be that video, that raid here. Going to move on to the next one here. Here we have an interior, Town Hall interior eagle, and both are not accessible by a 2 Electro Rage combination. And when I was first watching this, I thought, oh, well, I don't really know. I would probably just YOLO it from the right side or the left side here, and not do the Electro Dragon trick. And I thought that I might be wrong because I looked at the siege machine right there, but I was like, this looks like a blimp map if I ever saw one. And surely enough, our attacker switches to blimp and comes in from this section here. Let's go a little bit farther back here so we can explain. So it looks like we have a drop, and usually when you YOLO, you drop 2 rages like that. But once again, the person we're watching uses only a freeze because that's what was affecting the Electro Dragons the most, and used a rage very deep in, or an ability to get that blimp to that town hall. And we used, it looks like, 1 hero right here to help form this funnel to keep our Electro Dragons down the center. we're freezing whatever is important to freeze, and it seems like air sweepers aren't too big of a threat. I mean, they are, but it's our person doesn't ever seem to be freezing them unless it's very necessary. He kind of just lets them roll with whatever they're doing, which is interesting. So, um, based on what this is, I would say that there's no need to panic in a lot of situations. Electro Dragons take their time and will kind of roll through the base. We know that this is a 3-star. Queen is going to take out the rest of the base here, and this person is, of course, going to swag the world champion, which is great because you want to see people swagging like this because it shows that there's a lot of room for error. If this person can swag it with an our world champion ability and 2 freezes, that means if you find yourself needing to use everything and you're continuously losing, that means something is going wrong with some sort of placement because this person can take out bases just like that and swag these important resources. Here, I have also seen this one, so I'm going to skip this. And now that I've learned a little bit, and you've learned with me, I haven't seen this raid here. So this one looks pretty difficult here, because if I was looking at this based on what we were talking about, we have the 2 big targets here that we're trying to hit. We don't have really easy chains into that town hall, but let's look at what threatens our Electro Dragons here. This threatens it, only that, and it looks like there's no easy pathing into it. Maybe we'll use some balloons to go for it, but I would expect maybe we come in with double Electro Dragon here and work our way in here maybe. And then we have our Flame Flinger because this is exterior, so we don't need the blimp. So I think we would probably put our Flame Flinger somewhere on the corner here. Probably this top side. So maybe a Flame Flinger here. And what we've noticed is that we are not really supporting our Flame Flinger. We're allowing it to die because the Flame Flinger is mostly for funneling and getting a little bit of value. So actually maybe we might even... yeah, I think we might do that. So let's see if I'm correct. And if we're not correct, we're going to look at why my thinking was incorrect. So let's do this. Okay, so it looks like actually we're going for the town hall here, which means I was incorrect here. And let's see why that's the case here. So they have a zap. Oh, and there it is. So this person identified, which I did not identify, because I thought both of those air defenses had no access to them via chains. He saw that there was an access point right there, and because now that air defense is gone, there is nothing here that's going to threaten these Electro Dragons. Not even using a rage yet, and is getting so much value. There is no way that any of the chains will hit this town hall like this, so the town hall won't activate. And now he's using one Electro Dragon here, probably with a rage, to just take out this town hall, and freezing this monolith because that is something that is going to affect their attack here. So very good using the double freeze there, and this is why he brings the minion, just in case he needs a little bit of power here to clean up that section there. So it looks like because this is a symmetrical base like this, he did go for the corner Flame Flinger, but is actually going opposite of the Flame Flinger, which is not something I would have thought this person would do, but I guess that is it. I wonder why they're doing that, but it looks like we're just doing classic Warden double rage over here to get as much damage as possible, and we have the heroes kind of funneling out here. And now we have rages and freezes left. Right now it looks like we don't really have to use any of our spells because there's nothing big. I assume that we're going to use a rage here in the core. I would use one. It looks like we're holding onto it. Oh, actually those Electro Dragons are pretty dead. So it probably would have been a waste here, but it looks like the hero's kind of cleaned up here anyways. And he is going to end up swagging the rage and freeze. It doesn't look like it was necessary for this attack here. I'm going to look at one more here because this is another base here. Looks like we have time for one more. Dang, this one looks bad. This is definitely a blimp base if I've ever seen it, because we do not have any way of getting here besides the blimp. I assume it will be a blimp and freeze, because we'll have to freeze that invisibility tower so that our blimp doesn't like die. And that means that we have to have a plan for this eagle here. How we are going for that eagle, we might just YOLO into it, is what I'm thinking. Because we don't have any way of chaining into it. We don't have any... Yeah, so if I had only 30 seconds, I would think that maybe we drop heroes here because we don't want to drag out the CC. So, and then we're going to just like YOLO dragons this way. But that leaves us this section over here. But that's all I can really think of right now with my learning brain right now. So let's see what type of attack we're doing. I'm saying heroes here, and then YOLO dragons here with a blimp freeze. So let's see what our person is doing. So it looks like we're doing a little bit of funneling with a baby dragon here. Heroes on this side over here. And we're coming in from this way. Which I don't... Oh, I see. Okay, so I really don't think it mattered too much, but they're coming from this side instead of the other side. And it might be because when your heroes come this way, he was hoping that his E-drags would go this way, and they just went the wrong way on him. I don't know about this one. I think that this was a misplay, because now he got really lucky with this Electro Dragon. And now we're coming here. That's interesting. We have the king over here. So maybe he was avoiding heroes and that's why he went this way, because getting through a royal champion is better than getting through a king, or easier. But I really think that they just wanted to drop heroes here so that the Electro Dragons can go this way, because the Electro Dragons are less affected by this royal champion here than this king here. And that's what I think was kind of the thought process there. But yeah, that's going to be it. I was 0 for 2 here. Definitely need to kind of think a bit more, but I don't think I was wrong for this one. But that's kind of the beauty of it. When you're learning, you kind of have to understand that who you're watching is probably better than you, and that their decision making is better than yours, and understand why certain decisions were made. And once you get the very basics of it down, so right now I'm still kind of identifying bases, making sure that I know what bases to kind of work on or what to look for in bases. But pretty much once you get really good at this, I watched a lot of Hybrid with Itzu, and he explained a lot of things. I'm just going to have this playing in the background kind of while I explain. To the point where you get really good at identifying where to enter. And then once you learn how to identify how to enter, and that's no longer something you have to think about, then you want to come in here and kind of play the game as though you were this person. Example here is, if I knew to YOLO here, I'll be like, okay, no, I'm not going to use my rages here. And so what will I do? I will freeze the queen, and then I will use this. And then you want to go really slow. So right here, I think, I don't think there's anything I need to do here. And if I didn't do anything here, let's say I wanted to rage here, and I would play rage at the same time as this person, play this rage at the same time as this person. And if you're not like kind of following this person's footsteps, like right here, if I was going really slow, it's hard to kind of talk and do this, but if I was playing this right, I would go tap the screen where that goes, tap the screen here, and then I'll rage there, and then I would chill. And then here, as we're entering into this monolith, we would want to freeze the monolith and rage right there, because we're looking for we're freezing what's going to be the most detrimental to our Electro Dragons. We'll wait around here. Oh, it looks like we froze that scatter shot. Are we going to freeze it again? No. So I would have wasted a freeze there. And we're looking. It looks like nothing's really affecting our Electro Dragons. Are we going to use anything here? No, I think we let those die off. And here we're going to keep on rolling. And with what we have here, this is a big spot for our queen. So I think we're going to freeze rage as we enter the danger zone here. So freezing as we turn this corner. Nice. We're going to rage and probably freeze the Royal Champion here. No, we're not freezing the Royal Champion. I would have wasted a freeze there, but I should have used just used that hero ability. Again, we're swagging 2 freezes here. So I think maybe using a freeze and using a freeze and holding onto our ability here would be better. But it's moments like this. You want to kind of play with this person. And because Clash of Clans has so many small things that you need to get right, and there are so many wrong ways you can mess up, playing along with the person that you're watching and kind of thinking, I would rage here, I would freeze here. And when you think that, if they do that alongside, you're like, okay, I was correct. This is when I would have raged. But if you go, oh yeah, I would rage there, and they don't drop a rage at all, that was probably a misplay by you. And you need to kind of take that in consideration and be like, oh, maybe I need to hold off on my rages. I'm raging a bit too early. And this is just how you learn new strategies. Just find whatever strategy you're interested in, watch someone better than you, and play along with them. So I hope this video was interesting and helpful for how to learn any attack strategy. Let me know how that works for you, and I will be bringing this attack strategy and kind of applying what I've learned here to another video. So if you are looking forward to that, make sure to be subscribed, as we just got all our hero pets maxed out and we're ready to start warring, or not warring, but learning these Town Hall 15 attacks. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.